Well, we're going to do a quick update here. We're going to put the headers in. Welcome to another episode of the Cobra Daytona build. So let me show you what we've got there. The driver's side footbox is now done. You can see the top of these things are going to be basically clear coated scratched aluminum. This one's not done yet. This one is. See, that's why you can see the color difference. This one actually matches that one since it is now done. So the footbox is now put together. I think I showed you it's all carpeted on the walls in there. We got some carbon fiber in there. And then I put this heat shield stuff. It's a thin layer of fiberglass with this reflective tape on. I use it on my Cobra. It does a hell of a great job. Sticky back, you just stick it on and go. It's not the prettiest looking stuff, but it's not bad. So now we're going to get the headers in. So to get this driver's side header in, the alternator has to come off. I know it's kind of a crazy deal there. So we'll pull the alternator off, or at least swing it forward a little bit, slide the header up in there, and we'll get the headers in. So follow along, we'll show you what we're doing here, and we'll call this the header installation. The passenger side we can't do yet because I got to finish attaching that foot box and getting the heat insulation on that one. So these things are going to be solid, by the way. If you tap on this, listen to this. It's solid. There is no tinny sound there. It is rock solid between the carbon fiber, the heat shield. It is rock solid. So thanks for tuning in, and we're looking forward to the header install. Okay, so the first thing I got to do is I got to take the my alternator feed wire off, and also the I got to figure out how to get that one there off. Also the 3 wire that controls the alternator, which I've actually heard that some people say that you don't need those 3 wires. I saw somewhere on the forum someone said they were getting too much voltage with these wires connected up, and then when they turned it down, when they unplugged the 3 wires from the Coyote, the voltage dropped back down to 13.7 instead of they were getting over 15. All I do know is when I had the Coyote in my Roadster, I was getting 15 plus volts charging, and I always was a little concerned about it, but never too concerned. I put a few thousand miles on. It never cost me any issues. I never had the battery go crazy. So if I get the same 15 volt charge on here, I'm not going to worry about it. As I said, I got a few thousand miles on that one, never had an issue. So we'll see what happens. So what I've done is I've unbolted this part of the alternator here, and the main bolt goes through there. And I just slid it forward about 2 inches, and I think I might be able to squeak the header in there. So let me find the header gasket. We'll give it a shot. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know what can be seen, what cannot. I'm gonna see if we can snake this thing. Boy, this is gonna be just a bugger. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to take some of these here switches off. Let's see if that one, there it goes. Oh, looks like I gotta move the alternator a little bit more forward. Oh, and I just dropped it. Oh, well, you saw that one. Okay, so now at least the header's in there. We'll grab the alternator in a second. Luckily, it just fell about 6 inches, well, maybe even 4 inches forward, so we're okay. So we're gonna get the header gasket up in here. Just a tight fit, but you know what? A lot more room than the Roadster. Roadster was uber tight to get the back bolts in here. This one, not so much. This one's got quite a bit more room, which is kind of nice. So, kit comes with the bolts. The alternator's in. I put a little bit of Loctite on that bolt, a little bit of Loctite medium strength on both bolts. I pretty much Loctite a good chunk of everything. I'm not going to put the belt on yet because I want to spin the power steering pump. Once I get fluid in that, I'm going to put a drill probably on this thing and spin this thing. I want to do that before I get this tank in permanently, just because if not, I won't be able to get down in there. So we'll probably pull all this off, get the power steering in, bled, and done. That way when I fire up the motor, I know I'm not going to cause the power steering to cause any issues. So as you can see, the header here, I got my light on to have my headlight. I don't see any issues getting the bolts in, but I'm not going to be able to videotape this because I need both hands. And if I put the hand camera on, I'm going to be catching this bar up here all the time, or this bar. So as you can see, pretty accessible from either the top or the bottom. So I don't think this will be a big deal. We'll get these things bolted up, and that's probably about it for the episode because, you know, but yeah, you can see, they should go on there kind of like that. So it should be nice by the time it's all said and done. These header bolts were a little harder to get in than I thought. So let me show you some of the tools, and then we'll climb underneath and I'll show you which ones are tough. I'll put you on my head here. So I used a ratcheting wrench, down ratchet, 16 millimeter, and a long extension with a wobble socket on it. Some of them back up into here, easy. You know, put the long extension on, plenty of room. Underneath, no problem. Now I'll slide up underneath the flashlight and I'll show you the ones that are not so much fun. One of them was a real bugger. Still better than the Cobra though. So if you see up into there, I'm trying to hold the flashlight, the camera, and everything here. This bolt right here, which is the back bottom one, cylinder 4 maybe, I'm not sure how coyotes are numbered. That one was tough, and then the one to the right of that was right above the motor mount. That one was also very tough, and the two above that were easier, but you could actually reach back in there from the front. But they were definitely tough to get to. I heard the passenger side's better, hopefully, because this thing took me quite a while to get all these bolts in. I don't use lock nuts or anything on those things. I'm going to slide back out from underneath the car. Yeah, I don't use lock nuts or anything. I never had a problem with the Roadster bolts backing off, even with the weight of the side pipes on them. You'd think they would. They would never had an issue. Never came loose once. The Coyote exhaust manifold gaskets, they're like a 3 or 4 layer with a, I don't know what it is, but never had a problem. Used those same bolts. Never backed off. As I said, a few thousand miles, no issues. So I'm not going to worry about these because it's basically the same type of exhaust system. So as I said, exhaust one header's in. We'll do the same with the passenger side. Thanks again for watching. Okay, since I got the driver header in, I also hooked up the O2 sensor. You can see the way I've got this thing. A little hose, a little clamp up into here, wire clamp, comes around the foot box there. That way it's got a long distance to go to keep it away from the header. And then this clamp will just kind of keep it supported. So I think it's about the best way to run it. I was going to try to run them low, but then you got to run right past the header. So I wasn't keen on that idea. I don't know how anybody else has done it. But to me, this was the smartest way to do it, to get it up and out of the way quickly. You know, as I said, then it just kind of runs along the wall there and down and in. So straightforward. So the driver's side is done. Got the alternator in. Passenger side, you have to get the starter in first on the passenger side, or you'll never get the starter in with the header in. There is just, as you can see, there's no way to get the starter in there. It can't come up from the bottom because of the oil pan. So you're pretty limited here. Starter first, then header. Sucks if the starter ever goes bad because the header's got to come back out. This header I'll put in after I finish up this foot box. I have got to get the carpet's already done on both sides. The carbon fibers on this back side here. So once I get this whole thing, you know, siliconed up and sealed up, then I'll put that sound deadener on here, and then this header will go on, and this thing will be getting closer to firing up. So thanks again for watching. Hit subscribe, and we'll keep them coming at you, and we'll see you on the next episode.